Today's video is brought to you by ablmerch.com. Grab beer 1776, hats, t-shirts, stickers, mugs, and more through the link in the description box below. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Joe Biden announcing a brand new venture to get you to take the vaccine, especially if you're a black person. Now, he has enlisted 1,000 black-owned barbershops and beauty salons to not only help you sign up to maybe get an appointment to go to a pharmacy, a doctor, whatever the case may be, but also they're going to administer the vaccine right there on site. Now, before I go any further, let's roll the clip. In this clip, you're going to see Joe Biden himself say it, so it's not just me making it up. This is not satire. This is 1,000% serious. After we get done watching that, I'll talk about what he said. Then I'll give you the rest of my 2 cents, my deep, detailed analysis, and then I'll wrap it on up with a nice bow on top. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
We've made incredible progress in getting people vaccinated quickly, efficiently, and equitably. Nearly 170 million Americans of every party, every background, every walk of life have stepped up, rolled up their sleeves, and gotten the shot. We'll also be working with the Black Coalition Against COVID and other organizations to launch a new initiative called Shots at the Shop. Barbershops, beauty shops are hubs of activity and information in black and brown communities in particular, but in many communities across the nation. Local barbers, stylists, they become key advocates for vaccinations in their communities, offering information to customers, booking appointments for them, even using their own businesses as vaccination sites. We're going to work with shops across the country to make an even bigger impact over the next month.
All right, so you saw that, you heard that. Now, there's a lot I want to say because this is kind of deep. It's not just, I could just say, oh, he's racist, he's a bigot. I could say that, but it's much deeper than that. And there's some historical things here that I think the average normie may or may not see. I can't really judge everybody and what they know, but a lot of people that would vote for a guy like Joe Biden have no idea what I'm about to say. Now, the elephant in the room is that, okay, is it racist or not? If Trump were to do a thing like this, he'd be considered racist right away, immediately. Okay, we can't go to the pharmacy like everybody else. We can't go to Walgreens or Whole Foods, or we can't go to Publix or wherever they got the vaccine at. We got to go to the barbershop, the beauty salon. So when we getting our hair did and our nails did, we get the shot right there. We can only speak to our barber or our beautician or our nail tech to find out ways to get the shot. Is that what you think? Now, I'm not triggered. I'm not butthurt about that. But a lot of people would be triggered and butthurt about that if it was Trump or any conservative at all saying it. It doesn't matter if the conservative was a black or white or Puerto Rican the candy stripe. They'd be mad at any conservative saying a thing like that. But when Joe Biden puts it out there himself, it's no big deal. It's no problem. It's right on point, right? Now, also, is it sanitary to get a vaccine at a barbershop, beauty salon? Because I'm thinking, I done been in plenty of barbershops in my day. I did have hair at one point in my life. Now, granted, it was a real low Nigerian African cut, but it was a cut regardless. So I go in the barbershop and you get all kind of short hairs everywhere, right? All kind of hair on the ground. They're sweeping the hair all the time, but it's constantly hair going on the ground, on the capes, on the clippers. They're spraying stuff, alcohol and Barbasol and all types of stuff. Now, in that environment, is that where I want to get the VAX? And beauty salon the same way. You got all kind of Yankee and tacky, all types of bundles and everything flying around. You got your acetone, all types of liquids and ointments and whatnot floating around. Do you want to get your vaccine in a place like that? I mean, you might as well get the vaccine in the grocery store, like in the back where they cut in the meat. That's kind of what I'm thinking about. Now, obviously, a barbershop is not necessarily gross, but still, it's just kind of a weird place to get the shot at. A very weird place. And this is a thing that they really just rolled out. They came up with this. I've seen quite a few things that are kind of sketchy. They're talking about you can be enter into a raffle in Ohio to win $1 million if you get the vaccine. The best one I've seen so far, although it's not going to work, is in West Virginia, where I was born. Shout out to Canal County, Rain University. You guys know what it is. But they said you may be able to win a free AR-15 with the VAX. Now, hey, I'm not going to lie. That's tempting, okay? I'm not going to get the VAX. I'm not that kind of guy. If you want to get it, go ahead. I'm not judging you. Your body, your choice. If you want to get it, do it. If you don't want to do it, then don't. But that right there, that's very, very tempting. Because, I lost all my guns in a tragic boating accident, so I don't have any anymore. So that'd be a good thing right there to rebuild my collection that'll probably get lost again in a tragic boating accident, so I won't have any anymore, but different story, I digress. The point is that there's been a few initiatives out there to try and get people to get the vaccine. But this one right here, shots at the shop, I'm not really feeling too much. And to get into the historical stuff, to get serious for a minute, shout out to the Hodge twins for that one. To get serious for a minute, I think that this reminds me of what they did with abortion. With abortion, they tried to, well, they didn't try. They did sell it to us by using the black church. What did Margaret Sanger say? And if I'm wrong about this, you guys let me know. You guys are smart. You guys do your research. But from what I told, Margaret Sanger, the founder of Planned Parenthood, which was first started as a eugenics program to get rid of some of the quote unquote useful eaters in society that were not contributing, she enlisted the help of the black pastors to convince black folks that abortion wasn't really a big deal. And she wanted them to convey the message that they're not trying to kill us off, meaning Planned Parenthood, the eugenics, the abortionists were not trying to kill the black community off. That was a message, and the message got out there, and unfortunately, it's worked. Now, obviously, they were lying because 50% of the black population is not here due to abortion. We are below replacement rate when you're talking about the birth rate. In order to replace yourself and have growth in the population, you need to have a birth rate of about 2.1 in the West. 2.1. So each family needs to have at least 2.1 children to achieve replacement. But we're below that. We're to like about 1.8, 1.9. That's not even including the homicide rate. That's a difference. I'm talking about the birth rate, kids that are born. Okay, we're at about 1.8, 1.9. And then you put on top of that a lack of immigration. There's some immigration from Africa, but not that much. A lack of immigration from Africa, the Caribbean, South America with black folks. And then the very high homicide rate, which is rising because of defund the police, but that's a different story, and I digress. You add all of that in there, we're dying off and we're not growing in number. I tell people we're about 13% of the population or less, maybe about 12 to 13%, and about 36 million people. And some say that can't be right. That's the wrong number. We have been that percentage and that number for many, many years now. It's like, well, yeah, because we're not growing. We're not having kids. And when we do have kids, a lot of these kids are being killed at a very high rate. So, I mean, you got abortion and all of that playing into the mix. This is what's going on. So we were sold a terrible bill of goods by the black church. Not all black churches. Let me just not get that twisted. But a lot of these black churches sold us on this. We've bought into it, and now we see the results. Same thing with, feminism. That was fed to us through academia, through the church a little bit as well, but definitely through academia, through television, entertainment, music. We were sold that. The Great Society by Lyndon Baines Johnson, we were sold that. So we went from 80% two-parent households in the black community to now about 75% single-parent households in the black community. And I'm talking about kids that are born to married parents. So in 1960, 80% of all black children were born to married parents. And that was kind of low because at the same time, whites were married at a rate of 95% before they had kids. 95% married before they had the baby. Whether it was a shotgun marriage, meaning you pregnant and you get married to have the baby, whether it was that or it was a planned thing, it didn't matter. There was a marriage in place. But now blacks are at about 75% single parent households, and whites are at the rate we were back then and a little bit more, which was considered an emergency at that time at about 20 to 25% single parent household rate. So we were sold a terrible bill of goods, not just blacks, but everybody else. And it's not done very well. And I'm seeing some of the same vibes with this whole shots at the shop kerfuffle. This is ridiculous. This is dumb. It's not going to work for me. I don't know about y'all, but it's not going to work. If I'm getting a bald fade, a temple taper or whatever, I'm getting my feet done or whatever the case may be, I'm not going to think, you know what I need to make this whole day complete? Let me get the shot. Let me get 2 of the shots. Matter of fact, I'm going to get 1 shot right now and then come back to the barbershop to get another one. These people don't understand what's going on as I close. A lot of these academic types, these big brain, super genius types have no idea what's going on. They live in their own little ivory tower in the sky, whether they be in D.C., Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, wherever they are. They live in the ivory tower away from the general public. They don't understand. They're watching barbershop movies with Ice Cube, such an entertainer. They think, oh, okay, well, I see on Twitter, there's these metrics that say that black folks like to get their hair done and their feet done, all this and that. And we can give them the vaccine there. That'll work. The Biden administration, they're not doing very well. This is pretty desperate. If you want to get the vaccine, then get it. There's no shortage of advertisements to go out there and get it. I see it everywhere, just in the street, on television, radio. They got these black influencers played to interview guys like Joe and Kamala and Fauci. The Breakfast Club did it, and they got disrespected on the Breakfast Club talking about, hey, you know what? Vote for me, you ain't black. He said that, Joe Biden is, on a black program. So you're not even respecting where you at. You reach out to these places to push your message, and you don't even care to give a proper message. That's what I think about you. But I have no real dog in that particular fight. I just want to bring the story to the forefront. So when you see the Shots at the Shop program, don't forget about what they did with the black pastors. Don't forget about what Joe Biden has said in the recent past. Don't forget about the 1994 crime bill, super predators. Don't forget about that. Think about all that stuff. Think about Tuskegee experiment. Oh, we're going to give you free health care, and this is going to be good for you. And really, it was an experiment to see how black folks died with the virus. And then when the cure came about, penicillin, they didn't give us the cure because they still wanted to see how we die on the virus. There's a bad track record in this country dealing with black folks in the medical industry, with Americans in the medical industry. And this Shots at the Shop program is not going to change that at all, nor will it change a lot of the people that are skeptical about the whole situation due to all of what has happened and what's happening right now in this country with the virus and the vaccine and injuries and things of that nature. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about Shots at the Shop? Are you going to go and get your shot? You getting your jab at the barbershop, beauty salon, while you in the chair getting a press and curl or rinse, whatever the case may be. You getting your baby hairs laid. You going to get the shot at the same time. Are you going to do that, yay or nay? Let me know in the comments. You guys know where I'm at with it. I'm not a barbershop guy anymore. I got the skinhead bald, so I cut my own hair. But if I was going to the barbershop, I definitely wouldn't be doing this. And as a matter of fact, this particular story would be a barbershop conversation about how we're not going to do that and they're whack and they're corny for trying it. So I'd be interested to see out of these 1,000 barbershops, where are they at, who signed up for it. And then after this program is over, I want to see the success rate. I want to see the turnover rate. How many people are going to get the jab in the barbershop? Is it going to be kind of like, high pressure sales tactics involved? Is it going to be a nurse there? What's going on with the whole situation? I'd love to see it. And I feel like my last thing as I close, they're kind of invading on people's spaces. You go to the barbershop to get away from some of this political stuff, and now it's being pushed right in front of your face. Do you want to be in a place like that getting your hair cut? If I went to a shop and they had this lady in the side talking about you can get a shot right here, I'm going next door and I'm not going to be dealing with it. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.